even though on the surface digital marketing seems like it's quite far removed from web development, it probably isn't at all. And to be honest, any job that you have in web development will touch upon probably an element of or a lot of digital marketing. The kind of stuff we used to do to begin with, we just did landing pages, websites obviously, but I mean, this is just one of the brochure request pages, but you've got like a drop-down form, things like that. So we've kind of, over a period of time, we've kind of grown to know what works, and in doing so, we've used a variety of SaaS platforms ourselves. So I guess the next thing is to say, what is a SaaS platform? Anybody know? No? Anyone think of an example of a SaaS platform? You want to know what SaaS means, but I'll bet you've encountered one. Any guesses? No? SaaS means software as a service. And to be honest, it's become the de facto model for delivering web software. A good example of this is probably something like the Adobe Suite. You guys sort of familiar with the Adobe Suite? So your Dreamweaver, Photoshop, Premiere, After Effects, all those things. Probably not that long ago, probably about 5 years ago, the only way, probably a shorter time than that, probably only about 2 years ago, the only way you could get hold of that software was to buy a license. Anybody know what those licenses cost? Yeah, they were really expensive. So things like Dreamweaver, you pay like, I don't know, or you buy the suite for like something like 1,500 quid, and it would be that version of the software, and then you'd have to pay 500 quid to upgrade. These days, they don't do that at all. They've moved to a software as a service model. So what that means is you pay now a subscription, and you get the software delivered via the internet. Same things happen to Microsoft Office. Microsoft Office used to be a CD that you went into, trying to think of an electronic store that still exists. Not Dixon's, that definitely doesn't exist, but Curry's or PC World. You buy it on disk, install it, pay a flat fee. You'd have that version of the software for that, well, forever until you upgraded, really. Anyone know what that's turned into now? You probably use it.
Office 365?
Yeah, exactly. Office 365, which is the SaaS version, really, of Microsoft Office. Now, SaaS platforms have massive advantages over traditional software delivery methods. So this is why they've become the de facto delivery method for software. Some of these advantages include reduced time to benefit, which essentially means you can kind of get up and running really, really quickly. Whereas before you'd have to install the software, you might have to read a manual. Some of the manuals would be like that thick. Previously, there probably weren't YouTube videos and tutorials, that kind of stuff. All that kind of stuff has really come, YouTube, Vimeo, all those tutorials and expert sites, they've kind of grown in line with SaaS delivery models. So now you don't have to kind of install it. You can kind of download it or use it as a web app as is. And it's very easy to get into because of things like onboarding and tutorials. When I talk about onboarding, anyone know what I mean? Now, onboarding is effectively, it's the easiest way to get a customer into a product and using a product really, really quickly. You've probably all experienced it with phone apps. So whenever you download a new phone app, usually there'll be sort of 4 screens, and those screens will be very quick tutorials or quick starts that say, right, okay, to get started with this app, you have to do this, then you have to do this, and then invite all your friends, and then away you go, and you're using the app. That is onboarding. So, and that's matured into this very streamlined process now, which goes hand in hand with SaaS delivery. So that one's become a very important thing. We want to try something out, we want to use it really quickly.